It's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
To the air, it's Pierre. Caught near the sticks, it's Gutierrez. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Running it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. In the middle, it's Hunt. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He wants to change this route. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard. So offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw. It's Pierre. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass on second down. He's going for it all. Makes the grab right down the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And an awesome job there by the offense picking up the blitz and giving their quarterback a clean pocket to throw from. Doesn't get better than that.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He makes the catch. All by himself down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, oh man, when you got got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll test the right side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to test the right side with this one. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Back to throw, it's Crispin. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to pull.
And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. They'll They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keep slinging it. It's complete.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Where did he find a hole in that secondary? And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break them.
And it's blocked. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Rushes on him. Grab near the sticks. It's Terrell. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Using his feet. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. the red zone. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs. They can move and run all over the place and give you so many options. Is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. To the air, it's Pierre. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to run it. Got a first down. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Back to throw, it's Crispin. Makes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Hunt. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to pull his way in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! moving that trip to the house.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Pierre. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Finally, on defense, looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll open the second half on the ground.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way than I'll throw it.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to pass. It's Crispin. Fakes the grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch and stride inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Going with the ground game left. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Grab behind the line. It's Delgado. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Pierre. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Working that left side now. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Bringing the heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and they never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the running back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Crispin. Finds his back in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man. It's Delgado. Quick step and go. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Banks to grab. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And now on second down for this offense. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the...
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Crispin. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A first down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Trying to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Makes the grab. It's Jeffrey. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing now. coming into this game, David. He's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They've executed well in the passing game. Big challenge from a team close to them in the rankings, and it looks as if they're going to pull it out, guys.
Yeah, and you love the challenges. You want those challenges. You want to see.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
The give to the back. Got some room to run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good.